Hello everyone, I'm John Eggins. This is PNG Tonight. Coming up, the need for Papua New Guinea to move from extractive industries to the sustainable, the attractive being agriculture, forestry, fisheries, and trade industries. An NGO, PNG Eye Care, works to give the young, visually impaired an early chance to seek specialized treatment. And the week in Parliament, the success and failures of the House. It's been long overdue, but it's out. The report on Papua New Guinea's gross domestic product from 2006 to 2013. It records agriculture, forestry, and fisheries as high contributors, encouraging the government to move from the high emphasis on extractive industries to creating a broad-based economy that is sustainable. Bradley Gregory was at the launch of the report yesterday.
Minister for National Planning Charles Abel arrives to the welcome of the Trobriand Island. His presence overwhelming for the room, which was missing few heads. The National Statistics Office of Papua New Guinea and its partners, government agencies and those from the finance sector, and the Australian Bureau of Statistics. The occasion is the launch of the GDP estimates for the years 2006 to 2013.
Happy with the progress that we have done. For the first time, the NSO has now put together a working group on economic statistics. This means that the central bank, finance department, treasury, planning, customs will now have their regular meetings on a 2-week basis to talk about economic statistics. This is one plus for the office, that we are involving our stakeholders to be part and parcel of our process. Because we don't see this as the hand of the publication, but this is the beginning of the process to get it so that we in NSO are able to produce our annual GDP estimates or the national accounts for the society.
The report is the first of such, one that has taken over 7 years to be produced. National statistician Rocco Koloma, in a separate interview, tells us it was due to poor leadership.
And I think the reason behind it is that we need to work and be partners with everybody, because statistics is not about NSO only. We need to deal with, like the President has said, we need to source data from different sectors in order to us to compile the data. So I think it makes a big difference when people who are passionate about getting things done. I know NSO could have done better if we had people like the minister and people like the government having interest in statistics, because sometimes in many developing countries, and that's from experience, governments tend to forget about important organizations like statistics. And in the last 1.5 years, we've done a great job.
The minister responsible, Charles Abel, could not be more proud of the National Statistics Office achievements. The report has been long time coming, however, another milestone under this government.
That sort of thing, we need the information and the data so that we can respond in a proper and accurate manner. And so we're very, very proud and pleased and happy, our government, that we've finally begun the process of reforming the system. And I want to congratulate you all and thank you very much. I want to impress, though, of course, that like Rocco was saying, that it needs to become systemized and it needs to become an annual process. We don't want to wait for the next 7 or 8 years before we produce the next series again. We need this process to be going on annually.
Gross Domestic Product, or GDP for short, is the monetary value of goods and services of a country over a specific period of time. The GDP report covers years 2006 to 2013. According to the report, PNG's economy has been faring well over turbulent times in the global economy. The country reported an increase from 25.4 billion kina in 2006 to 47.5 billion kina in 2013. This presents an average growth of 9.4%. The level of growth in various sectors places much emphasis for attention. While the extractive industries have been in the forefront of the government's business agenda, the GDP estimates point to others that have quietly flourished. These include agriculture, fisheries, forestry and the trade industries, both retail and wholesale, all of which are from the household dealing directly with the local people. Minister Abel is mindful of.
Relatively speaking, the extractive mining, quarrying, petroleum sector has sort of halved proportionally in the economy, and many of the other sectors have picked up. And that's very, very interesting and heartening to see, because the government is always talking about transitioning the economy away from the continual reliance on extractive industry and a more broad-based, sustainable economic base. And I ask that some of this information be further expounded upon and provided to government.
The three largest industries in PNG from 2006 to 2013 were mining, agriculture and the trade industries, while the extractive industries remained as the largest in the earlier years. From 2006 upwards, agriculture topped the best producing industries of 2013. Whatever the figures were in the yesteryears, it will change. This clearly seen last year when the global factors took the toll on the extractive industries, which the country heavily depended on. The government has seen this and is now taking a real focus on the household sector. The recent launch of the SME policy, baby steps towards a broader-based economy, which is inclusive of the silent giant, the tourism industry.
Bradley Gregory reporting there. After the break, PNG Eye Care works to give the young visually impaired a brighter future.